Oh, well, and that's exactly how we welcome you into Heritage Month, Trendz live style, and that's with a stunning performance by Maausi Legoma. She debuted in 2005 performing with other cultural groups. It was only in 2008 when she recorded her very first solo album. Since then, Maausi has released 8 albums and has been receiving accolades for her music and love for her culture. Maausi, a very warm welcome to Trendz Live. Thank you so much for joining us. So you've been to Dubai,
yes,
to Finland. Tell us, how were you received?
Ka gore Setswana tota ga se se leng gore ba merahe ka bontsi se tlwaetse rona re le Batswana ke le Maausi ke ne ke ikaela thata gore Setswana sa ka se leng gore ke sa nyile go tswa go gae go Botswana ke tla tswela ke ntse ke se tsweledisa mo mahatsing otlhe mme nna re ha re gore ga ya go Dubai go bo Finland ba ne ba re amogela ka lorato thata ebile ba re bontsha lorato mo leng gore mo sone se leng gore ra se dira le rona ga go ntse ya le motho ga gona lorato le yana o bina so se dirang ka lorato.
I love how passionate you are as you're talking to us about how you felt it was important to take your culture to the world. So Maausi, do you think there is space within South Africa, within the global community, for cultural outfits like yourself?
Space ga rena sone because a kere the radio station tsa rona di mo di TV jalo jalo ga se batho ba ileng gore ba artist thata go tshameka mmino wa rona wa Setswana mme nna ke re ke le Maausi because le bana ba rona ba ba tshameka ba ba bina mmino wa Setswana ke batho ba ileng gore ba tle ba ikgogela go morago gore go a tshwana music ya rona wa Setswana ga o ye ko pele mme nna ka re ke le Maausi ke tla nna ileng gore ke tla nna ke ntse ke le morongwa wa batho botlhe ba ileng gore ba apela mmino wa Setswana gore ko pele gone re tle go heleletsa ko pheleletsong re kgone gore le hatshe lotlhe le itse mmino wa Setswana.
Indeed. So how do people get a hold of you and how do they book you if they want you to come and perform?
Ha ba batla gore bona yalo ko manyalo go di corporate events tsa bone ba ka re tshwara yalo mo Facebook page ya rona ya Maausi ba ka re bona yalo mo YouTube channel ya rona ya Maausi ba ka re bona yalo mo WhatsApp kana mo call ka 07888099360.
So Maausi, let's talk about the importance of preserving our cultures, particularly now in Heritage Month.
Go botlhokwa thata gore le rona re le Batswana bogolo thata ke bua ka nna ke le Motswana ke re le ditso tse dingwe go botlhokwa thata gore le rona re tshware setso sa rona sa Batswana ka gore ha o le Motswana o ipela ka Setswana sa gago le yena tla re ha o tsama ko tsa bongwe tsa mateng wa go bolelela batho ka o le Motswana ka teng o ikitse le serato sa gago go botlhokwa thata go itse go tswang teng.
All right, Maausi, let's leave you to give us another performance. That's of course Maausi there talking about all things music and the importance of preserving culture, particularly now in Heritage Month. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Maausi, enjoy. What a spectacular performance. Thank you so much indeed, Maausi. Let's take you something to art now. The 15th edition of Johannesburg's biggest art fair is back again, this time to showcase the works of the best contemporary artists in and around our beautiful continent. This coming together of galleries intends to grow all the galleries' infrastructure and serve the overall creative economy of Mzansi. Our producer, Silepe Maifadi, visited the opening of the fair. Let's take a look.
Hello, my beautiful trenders. We are out at the Sandton Convention Center here to celebrate the best of artworks that you'll ever see in this continent. Once again, it's the 15th edition of the F&B Art Joburg, and here to tell us more is someone who really works in this space and can tell us more about what we can expect. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Please tell us about the artworks that we're seeing within the space today. We did a whole walkabout, and I must say it's exceptional pieces, hey?
Yeah. Well, firstly, it's quite exciting to be back in real life for the Joburg Art Fair. As you know, obviously, because of the pandemic, a lot of things have kind of moved to digital. And so what you're seeing in this space is that a lot of artists are really kind of leaning into materiality and really taking that seriously. So a lot of the works that you see are very textual, they're very tactile, they're very sensual. But you're also seeing a lot of artists starting to kind of embrace color again. Very vibrant works all around.
Throughout this exhibition, has there been anything that you have spotted and thought, you know what, this really speaks to our culture?
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting because what I'm seeing is a redefinition or kind of a reimagining of what heritage is. So instead of kind of seeing pieces that are tropic in the sense of what we might expect heritage to be, we're seeing artists who are going back to their roots but in really interesting ways. So if we think about Blessing Ngobeni, for example, who's engaging very particular slave narratives and kind of bringing that about in his work, that's a form of heritage, kind of deep heritage in a way. But you're also seeing other artists who are taking kind of personal stories from stories around, sitting with their grandparents by the fire and bringing that into the works, and also just kind of familial history and kind of familial stories. And so there's really a broad range in how heritage is thought about by the artist and how it finds its articulation in the works.
So the pieces that we're seeing today are not only from galleries that are in Johannesburg, we've seen some other countries within the continent as well. Tell us a bit about that influence and who you've also spotted in the space.
Super important to kind of think of our identity as Africans with all the things that are happening in the news with xenophobia and anti-blackness and anti-Africanness. And so it's really nice to see galleries such as Rele Art Gallery who are exhibiting here. Afri Art is also another gallery from Uganda who's here, but you also have other kind of smaller spaces from Ghana, from Angola, who are also bringing a different offering. So whether it's in terms of books or in terms of literature and other things that are outside of just kind of painting and sculpture.
If you were to give someone advice about how to maneuver this big space and take in everything in like a great synergy of storytelling, how would you advise them to go about it?
Yeah, I would say it's really just a gut thing. You know, a lot of the times we think that there are certain things that you must see or certain things that you must know, but it's really personal, and for each person it's just kind of following your gut and going to the works that really speak to you and really move you. So yeah, come through, have fun, follow your intuition, and the thing that draws you in is the thing that you must see, basically.
Well, you heard it from her. The things that draw you in are the things that you must see. Let's not take too much of your time. Come through and come experience it yourself.
Right, time now for a quick break. When we come back, there's some art as well as an off-road driving experience. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us. Right, so what comes to mind when you hear the words gastronomical affair? probably not your own kitchen, right? Well, let's help you change that. Chef Mbonani Mbombi has worked very hard into putting this book together, and it is designed to help you along during the season and beyond. Our producer Nadia had the pleasure of tasting some of the dishes. Delicious.
Well, the weather is warmer, it's time to host. So what are you cooking? With our urban lifestyle, we don't really have time to cook, much especially our traditional dishes. One, they take time, which we don't have, and so they have been sort of reserved for special occasions. Chef Mbombi is helping us change this with his new cookbook titled An African Bite. Let's eat. It's Heritage Month and Makoti season, and we are bringing you something to help along in the kitchen, a whole book with a twist on the traditional meals. Chef Mbombi, thank you so much for inviting and welcoming us into the launch of your book. So let's talk about your journey with cooking. You mentioned earlier that you've always loved cooking, but maybe let's touch on that and also speak about why a book. What made you think that you can actually write a book?
Look, my journey started when I was pretty much young. Did I ever think that it will get here? No. However, when things went on and progressed in my life, me getting, deeper into cooking from high school level to a tertiary level, or culinary school level, to, working, to the whole social media influence thing, I then best believed that I can do it, And why a book? I think you leave a legacy. It is a legacy on its own.
So why a book on African food?
Look, simply because I think everyone thinks they know. And I'm sure you have your own recipes that you say, I know. But it was me saying, apart from what you know, let me show you what I think I know with African food. So that's why African food, because it is something that we all understand, and it's something that it won't be difficult to convey to the next person. You know tribe, I know tribe. Maybe I might give you a better version of, or a different version of how to cook tribe. So yeah.
Okay, so African food, the minute you say African food, I think, oh my God, long cooking hours. So what do I get from the book? Do I get a simplified version? Do I get a recipe that I can do with my pressure cooker at home?
110%. I think pressure cooker alone is simplified already. But there are things like chicken necks, very quick, easy. Chicken hearts, quick, easy. Then there's those that take time, your oxtail, your tribe, scorpo. Those things, yes, they do take time. And if you have the benefits of a cooking pressure, then that's even better. And it is basically how you finish them off that makes it more beautiful.
There is a recipe that you posted on Instagram, amatambo with pasta. Can you talk about that?
Jeez, that one, I honestly give thanks to Ukoko. Ukoko used to do that. That's almost bespila nje, wish. So sometimes I cook, sometimes it's corner, sometimes there's not enough, sometimes, So Ukoko would cook amatambo, and when they're just well done, because pasta takes literally 7 minutes to cook. So Ukoko would just throw pasta into amatambo that are just well done and cooked. And it would be a meal that would eat and understand. And from my youngest days till now, it has never left me.
So now, one of the greatest things we could ever do in the entertainment and arts industry is to celebrate our icons whilst they're still alive and preserve their memories once they have passed on. Today, we celebrate the life of veteran actor Menzi Ngubane through a documentary solely about the span of his career on our screens. Take a look.
A prestigious event it was. One befitting the true icon that Menzi Ngubane was. To celebrate his life and his incredible career on our screens, a documentary has been released titled Ngubs, The Life of Menzi Ngubane. He was first introduced to us as Ucijimbi from Gwakala Nyonini, and that's where we fell in love with his charisma and effortless way of entertaining and delivery.
Well, today is the 28th of August, what would have been Menzi Ngubane's birthday. We decided to use this day to launch the film. Been quite a lot of work involved. I was happy to see what I saw. New Metro really helped us. We got beyond the expectation that we had. We were actually astonished by the welcoming of guests and the look and feel, and I was happy to see the people that made this happen, the crew, New Metro, and everyone else that has been involved in making the film. So yes, it was a little bit beyond our expectations, or beyond our imagination, maybe, for a better word.
Ngicela sele New Metro. Siyazi ukuthi umenzi ubethandwa eSouth Africa yonke. Lo msebenzi ola, I can promise you it's fire. Lo msebenzi ola ukhuluma ngaye umfowethu. Njoba kade umbona nje ngabe ngena evela ku screen umlilo. This is what is there. So hambe uyobuka singathi siphele isikhathi, because amathikithi ayahamba bayawathenga abantu. So sukuma thatha abathandiweyo bakho, ingane zesikole, they can go in group, go and watch it. Uzobona italent, uzobona ikhono lomuntu ongayanga etertiary, lomuntu ongayanga euniversity. Go and see, you'll be inspired. It's beautiful. Everything, it's on fire. You'll get to understand the kind of a person my brother was. I want you, I'm calling upon everybody in all corners of South Africa. Go and watch this thing. Go to your nearest New Metro.
It is very important for us as a nation to keep telling our stories so we don't lose ourselves. Hopefully, this docu is the first of many to commemorate the lives of our legends.
Definitely one to look forward to indeed. Now, the spring season will have many out and about and enjoying the amazing festivities. Unfortunately, the crime stats usually spike during this busy season. Trendz Live took to Hartbeesfontein in the Northwest Province for an off-road anti-hijacking and defense driving session. Let's grab some safety tips.
We are within a busy season where crime levels actually spike in South Africa. But what are you doing to protect yourself? Are you thinking of getting the advanced driving lessons? As Trendz, we decided to wake up this morning and come to the Northwest for some anti-hijacking, off-road driving and defensive lessons. This is an edutainment piece. Have fun while you learn. Let's do it.
Because what you'll find is the moment you start to...
Today we're actually given the privilege and the opportunity to actually learn in a situation where usemotweni or you're being hijacked or people are trying to do things that are funny. What would you be able to do, or what could you do or should do? And I definitely believe that these things would work. I'm an advocate of, trying to help people feel more confident and have more awareness in everything that they're doing.
It's wonderful to have an opportunity to know that everything the boys can do, we can do better.
Today's session was quite fun and educational, right? Would you agree with me that, and convince people that they should try to do more of such sessions, like go to trainings, advanced driving, your off-road driving, your defense and anti-hijacking sessions? Do you agree?
I definitely agree. I think also because females are now not being scared of having big cars, cars that people have thought are only for males. we are now in the driving seat. We are taking ownership of the big cars. It's very important for us to be safe, to know how to, navigate the roads and do it in a way that is good for us as females on the road. So definitely, I would say you have to do one of these courses if you get the time, and they're super, super important.
I really, really enjoyed the experience. What was really lovely and what stuck out for me is when you're going downhill and the car's going really, really fast and you think that you're going to hit the bottom, and the car actually brakes for you because your natural instinct is to put on the brakes. But obviously they say that it's dangerous when you're off-road, so the car really brakes for you. You kind of feel like, you're safe and the car's doing all the work for you. So that was really, really nice for me. And I think it's really lovely for women to learn these kinds of things because, not all of us have boyfriends. And do you know what I mean? So you're not always going to have a man with you to tell you this is what to do. So it's really, really nice to just be able to feel empowered to drive such a big, intimidating car in an intimidating environment and to know that it's actually working for you.
That's it, but Trendy, I think I did enough to convince you why it's important to get these trainings. I need to, when we go out every night to party, since it's the busy season, you need to know how to be safe, protect yourself from these hijackers. So please, consider it. Just go get the training to protect yourself. From Trendz Live, Asanda Zondi, I'm out.
Well, there's almost so much to explore, but so little time. This is where we leave it for this evening's episode of Trendz Live. From me, Mkolisi Masang, and the rest of the team, have a spectacular evening going forward, and take care.